Things I wish I knew before starting my natural hair journey. Hi everyone, welcome back. When I look back at my natural hair journey, I honestly smile. I really love my hair from the beginning. I had passion for it and truly wanted it to grow. But even though I love my hair, there were still so many things I did not understand back then. I was just learning as I went. And honestly, there are many things I really wish I knew earlier. At the beginning of my natural hair journey, I really did not understand moisture at all. Back then, my routine was very simple. I would wash my hair anytime my scalp started itching. I would use normal conditioner, rinse it out, and then apply oil, mainly on my scalp. And even outside wash days, I would just apply oil directly on my dry scalp. And when I oil my hair, it was mostly during styling, like when I wanted to comb my hair. I would just put only oil on my dry hair. So it was not a proper routine. It was just occasionally oiling my dry scalp or my dry hair. At that time, I felt like I was taking care of my hair. I thought oiling alone was enough. But what I didn't understand yet was something very important: moisture. I didn't understand that oil and moisture are not the same thing. Moisture simply means hydration for your hair. It is what keeps your hair soft, flexible, and easier to manage. When your hair has enough moisture, it stretches better, becomes soft, and does not easily break. But when your hair is dry due to lack of moisture, it becomes rough, hard, and breaks easily. That was exactly what was happening to my hair back then. Whenever I combed my hair, I would see short pieces of hair all over the floor. My hair was breaking because it was dry. Even when I was using oils, I still wasn't seeing the result I wanted because I was missing an important step: hydration. And I'm not against oils at all because oils are very good for the hair. They help support the scalp for growth, help seal moisture into the hair, and create a healthy environment for the hair. But what I understand now is that oil works when moisture comes first. I use water or DIY moisturizing sprays, leave-in conditioner, then I seal everything with oil or butter or the both. And honestly, that changed a lot for me. And one of the things I have learned is this: when your hair is moisturized properly, it becomes more elastic. It can bend and stretch better without snapping easily. But dry hair breaks much faster. That is why moisture is honestly one of the most important parts of healthy natural hair. Another thing I wish I knew earlier is that growth and retention work together. Back then, I was mostly focused on growth. My main focus was always my scalp because I believe once my scalp was okay and I kept applying oils, my hair would just continue growing and become longer automatically. Don't get me wrong, scalp care is very important because hair grows from the scalp. So I'm not saying taking care of your scalp is wrong at all. In fact, healthy scalp is very important for healthy hair growth. But what I didn't understand then was growth and retention work together. Growing your hair is one thing and keeping the length is another thing. Your hair can actually be growing from the roots, but if the strands and ends are constantly breaking, cutting or thinning out, you may not even notice the growth. That was exactly what was happening to me. I was so focused on growing my hair that I completely neglected the actual hair strands and especially my ends. And the ends are the oldest and the weakest part of the hair, so they need extra care, moisture, and protection. But back then, I didn't know that, so I was applying things mostly on my scalp while my strands stayed dry. So even though my hair was growing from the scalp, I was losing the length through breakage, thinking that breakage is normal. That was why my hair stayed at almost the same length for a long time. And honestly, I was very frustrated because I felt like I was trying. But now I understand something very important. Hair growth is not only about what grows from your scalp. It is also about how well you keep and protect the hair that has already grown out. That is what retention means. Retention means keeping the length of your hair by reducing breakage. And once I finally understood that, my whole routine changed. I started paying attention not only to my scalp but also to my hair strands and ends. And honestly, that is when I truly started seeing better results. Because healthy hair growth happens when scalp care and length retention works together. You care for your scalp so your hair can grow well, and you care for your strands and ends so the hair can stay on your head long enough for you to see the growth. Another thing I really wish I knew earlier is that constantly touching your hair too much can actually lead to breakage. Back then, I didn't really understand the importance of leaving my hair alone. I used to losing my hair too often. Sometimes after 1 week or 2 weeks, I would losing my hair again, comb it again, wash it again, and restyle it again. I was always manipulating my hair. At that time, I honestly thought I was taking care of my hair because I liked keeping it neat and fresh all the time. But I didn't realize that too much manipulation was stressing my hair. And another mistake I used to make was combing my hair dry most times, especially when I wanted my puff to look longer. I would stretch my hair and comb my hair dry because I wanted the length to show. So I would stretch my hair and comb my hair dry. I didn't know then that dry hair is more fragile and can break more easily. After combing, I would see short pieces of my hair on the floor. I didn't fully understand that my hair was breaking from dryness and rough handling. Now I understand that natural hair needs gentle handling. Sometimes leaving your hair in a low manipulative or protective style and allowing it to rest really helps with length retention. Now I try not to over manipulate my hair. I handle it more gently, comb less, and give my hair more time to rest. And honestly, that has really helped reduce breakage so much. Another thing I really wish I knew earlier is that tight hairstyles are not healthy for your hair and scalp. Back then, I loved very neat hairstyles. I thought the tighter the hairstyle looked, the neater and better it was. So whenever I went to the salon or someone styled my hair, I didn't really complain if it was tight. Even when my scalp was hurting me, I would still enjoy it because I wanted the hairstyle to look very neat and last long. Even my scarf sometimes used to be tied too tightly on my head. At that time, I didn't understand that too much tension can stress the scalp, weaken the roots, affect the edges, and even lead to excessive shedding or thinning over time. I was prioritizing neatness more than the health of my hair, but now my mindset is completely different. I care more about the health of my scalp and hair than extreme neatness. Now, when I style my hair, I make sure my scalp feels comfortable because a hairstyle should not feel painful before it can look good. Healthy hair always comes first. Another thing that really changed my journey was doing my hair myself. Before, I used to let other people handle my hair, and honestly, not everybody understands how to handle natural hair gently. Some people comb too rough, some people pull the hair too much, some people are too aggressive while detangling. In fact, some people would even advise you to relax your hair so that they can easily style your hair. I also noticed that some people don't really have patience for natural hair. They just want to finish quickly, so they handle the hair roughly. But once I started doing my hair myself, everything started changing for me, honestly. I started understanding my hair better. I could tell when my hair needed moisture. I became gentler with my detangling. And honestly, nobody will handle your hair with patience more than you. Now I take my time while doing my hair. I detangle gently, I moisturize properly, I pay attention to my strands and ends. And all those little changes started helping me reduce breakage. Of course, there are amazing natural hair stylists who truly know how to care for natural hair. But personally, learning how to take care of my own hair helped me so much in my hair journey. Another thing I really wish I knew earlier in my natural hair journey is the importance of Ayurvedic herbs and natural hair care. Back then, I did not really understand how powerful natural ingredients and herbs could be for the hair. Things like fenugreek, hibiscus, cloves, rosemary, aloe vera, flaxseed, moringa, neem, and many more herbs can really help support healthy hair when used properly. And honestly, nature has blessed us with so many amazing things that can help strengthen the hair, support healthy growth, and improve the overall health of the hair. And that also brings me to DIYs. I honestly wish I knew earlier how important DIYs can be when they are used properly and consistently. One thing I love about DIYs is that you know exactly what you are putting on your hair. They are natural, affordable, and easy to make. And even when I used DIYs back then, I was not consistent with them at all. That is another thing I really wish I knew earlier. Not just how important DIYs and herbs are, but also the importance of using them properly and consistently. Back then, I was not consistent with using DIYs. It was just once in a while. And even when I used them, I was still using them wrongly. For example, I would spray DIY mist on my hair and just leave it without sealing in the moisture afterward. Then later, my hair would feel dry again. I also used to apply DIY oils on my dry hair without moisturizing first. At that time, I didn't fully understand that moisture comes first, then oil helps to seal it in. So even though I was using good natural ingredients, I still wasn't getting the best result because I didn't fully understand proper moisture and consistency yet. Another thing using slippery products or DIYs while detangling. Things like flaxseed gel, aloe vera gel, and okra gel really help because they give the hair slip and make detangling easier. Before, I used to struggle a lot while combing my hair, and that caused unnecessary breakage. But now I use slippery DIY products to detangle my hair gently and patiently with ease. And honestly, I have started using DIY herbs the right way, and I can truly see the difference. Now, after spraying my DIY herbal sprays, I make sure I seal in the moisture properly so the hair does not dry out again. And before applying my DIY oils, I first hydrate or moisturize my hair and scalp instead of applying it directly on my dry hair and scalp like I used to do before. And honestly, these little changes have really helped my hair become softer, healthier, less prone to breakage, easier to manage, and retain length better. One of the biggest things I lacked then was consistency. Looking back at my natural hair journey, I honestly wish I was more consistent in learning about my hair because I realize now that if I had been consistent, I would have understood so many things earlier like moisture, length retention, herbs, DIYs, and how to actually care for my hair properly. But back then, I didn't even understand what moisture meant, and I was only focused on one thing: growth. Just my hair should grow. My hair should grow. Retention was something I didn't know earlier at all. So I was just doing things randomly, hoping my hair would grow. Anytime I tried something like DIY sprays or herbal mists and didn't see results immediately, I would stop. Instead of learning more, I would give up quickly because I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. But now I understand something very important. If I had been consistent in learning, I would have understood moisture earlier. I would have understood how DIYs and herbs actually work. And I would have known that healthy hair is not just about growth, but also about care, patience, and retention. And honestly, these days, I do things differently. I moisturize my hair properly, I handle my hair more gently, I use DIYs and herbs, and I use them the right way. I do my hair myself and protect my ends. And I have learned that healthy hair is not just about doing things once in a while, or focusing only on one and neglecting the others. Everything was together. And honestly, that is what helped me finally start seeing real changes. So if you're on your natural hair journey, please don't give up. Don't feel discouraged if you're not seeing the results yet. Your hair is not slow. It is just growing with time, care, and patience. So keep learning, keep trying, keep improving, and keep showing up for your hair. And most importantly, stay consistent. If you enjoy or learned something from this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what is one of the things you wish you knew earlier in your natural hair journey? I would love to read your experience. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!